Cool. That's fine. This is workshop, right? Oh my goodness, we're live. We're live. Yes, we're live. Welcome again,
Okay.
everybody, to the 28th of November. We have another session of performance seminar. Today, we just have one pianist for the session. This is workshop, right? Oh my goodness. And let's see. Oh, look at this piece. This is a composer we don't hear much of. We've just discussed it before. My guess, ladies and gentlemen, is this name is pronounced Zimanovsky. So I'm gonna pass the microphone over now to Jenna. And Jenna, why don't you go introduce yourself and what you'll be doing with these variations this evening?
So hi, I'm Jenna, and I'll be playing variations in B flat minor by Zimanowski. I'll just be playing the first and second variation.
Nice. well done. This piece is
Thank
so dense,
Yeah.
right? And it's just so
Mhm.
haunting. That melody goes da 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 dum da dum ba dum da dum ba dum.
Yeah.
Quite scary, huh?
Mhm.
Especially when you play it, in these early stages when you're playing it at the slow tempo.
Yeah.
All right, talk me through your process of learning something that's this dense.
I mean, like the coordination of like both the left and right hand, that took me like a while to figure out because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of different like types of notes going on with all the 16 notes and like the 8
Mhm.
notes. So like it took like I think a lot of counting to try to figure that out. And
Yeah, I mean, but you've done well to get the threes against twos.
yeah.
All right, dun dun da dun dun da dun. All these
Yeah.
here, right? So once you had the rhythm, how else are you learning this? Do you break it up into layers? Because there's a
Yeah.
lot going on, right? One voice, two voice. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I try to figure out like where the melody is and like how to voice all the different like parts of it.
Yep.
Especially like that pattern that you mentioned earlier. I had to bring that out too. And I think like also figuring out like all the phrasing and dynamics along with keeping like the balance and like having like all the rhythm and like notes intact, like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Russians love to do this. Writing melodies, also Liszt, writing melodies in the thumb with a lot of
Yeah.
decoration going around it.
Mhm.
So it's really important that you keep your ear out. I mean, it would seem that the melody, is this the melody? This tenor line?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Continue practicing just that melody, right?
Yeah.
You really want to make sure that you sing that in your head as you play. And
Yeah.
then when you do add the lower parts in, right? Everything that's in yellow, you want to make sure that those are just slightly lighter.
Yeah.
All of that there. And something that I like to do is I would play everything that's in the lower part in the yellow boxes, staccato,
Yeah.
and then play everything that's in the green boxes as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
Right? So you can use the pedal with that. That would be my first thing.
Yeah.
And then how are you going about practicing the 16th notes, all of this stuff up here? Blue boxes.
Like tempo wise or like just the
Yeah, tempo wise or just familiarizing yourself. How do you approach it?
my approach was just like hand separate and trying to figure out like chords. Like I chunked them up into like
Nice.
yeah, like different
Yeah.
like chords I could do, like that first measure in version 1 that can be like split into like 2 different chords. Yeah.
Right? Cool. Great. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. It's always interesting learning somebody else's process of
Yeah.
learning a piece of music, especially when I keep coming to the word dense, because it is. There's just so much going on,
A
right?
lot, yeah.
And so for those that are watching this, this is not unusual what Jenna is doing, breaking things down into small bite sizes, but also looking for the melody, because it's quite difficult when we play a piece of music and there's so much going on to lose track of where that melody is.
Yeah.
No, I feel at this point here, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. I think for me, I was just wanting to make sure that you knew what you were doing in terms of taking things bit by bit, so you don't get too overwhelmed. But yeah, I think you're doing a great job. Another thing that you could try and do as well, if you don't already, is metronome. Like just keep that in there and play this thing without pedal, so that you can have a very clear skeleton. I don't know if you do that already. But
not in the way you're saying now.
Right?
Yeah.
Just try it. I mean, even if it was about this speed, 1 and 2 and 3, and you'll feel so much better for it. Number one, if it's without pedal, you can hear everything. It's so transparent, super clear. Having the metronome is gonna give you a sense of pulse. Even if you're playing at snail speed, Make sure that it's consistent so that you'll know at the end of the day, cool, I was performing at 60 BPM or something. All right, now I'm going to go up to 64. And then you can give yourself a tick to be able to play this like a dry run, no pedal. Super boring, right? But it's another way to practice securing your hand positions in time. Right? And then as you get that there, you can start really voicing out the melody. So you could do the same for number 1, also do the same for number 2. When you play number 2 and you have these octaves, don't be afraid to lower the arm into the key.
Like,
so I noticed, right? Yeah, like you're bouncing a ball, just because there's so many of them, right? Or whatever notes are, right? So just use natural arm weight. And then when you have the second eighth note, come off it. So it's down, off, down, off, down, off. Then you get this really nice kind of primal rhythm going on. Then you can really focus on da 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 bum da 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 da. Right? You'll notice that the contour of the line goes up and then it goes down an octave. So you can use more of like a seesaw motion. Da da bum bum. And every time that you play the pinky or the thumb, let go. So don't just lock it. You're not doing all the time, but it'll be interesting for you to watch this video again to see for yourself if you're in fact letting go of the pinky or holding it down. And because look, it's agitato, it's gonna move like the wind. So you better like practice now at a slow speed. Da, da, let go, breathe. Da, 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 da. That's it. Then ba, da, da, da. Right? So every time that you have these like little at the end of the slur, you use that as the opportunity for the hand to reset, to breathe. But yeah, I think just from a technical standpoint, and also it's marcato. Look how heavy this is. It's double SFF. Sforzando, and it's marcato, so it's very stately, right from the get-go. So yeah, that's something else for you to observe, Jenna. How are your hands moving at the keys, and can you figure out a way for them to produce the sound that you're looking for with the most efficient movement? Like be as economical as possible, right? So that would be my one suggestion. So just practice dropping into the keys. Even if you just play the accents, that's fine. And the beautiful thing about this is like an etude, so it's always rocking. Da 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 da. Nice. Yeah, I think my last thing that I would suggest is for each of the variations, observe what's the exercise, or is there a topic that's been covered? Is it like polyrhythms? Is it some kind of rotational movement? Is it kind of dropping of hands? And write it down. So that before you play that variation, you can think to yourself, okay, here are the physical properties I need to embody before playing it. So that when you're playing it in performance, you're not like, oh crap, and the body just tenses. Have you ever had that before? Because there's so much going on, but you're like, no, I'm cool, because I know this is this movement and the dropping of the hands. But cool. What's your aim before Christmas? How many more variations are you gonna or you're gonna just work on those two there and polish those?
I've gone up to, I think, the 5th one, but they're not anywhere ready for this yet. So I need to like work on that more.
Excellent. Well, hopefully this helps. Hopefully like just some of this kind of talk helps and you can apply it to the other variations. And then when you're ready, in the new year, we'll see you again.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well done, Jenna. We'll see you again soon. All right. Thanks for coming and joining.
Bye.
Most welcome. See you later on. Bye. All right, how about that? Zumanovsky. Etudes, right? But yeah, that's the lesson for today, guys. Keep looking out for the most economical way to move at the piano so that you can get the sound that you're looking for. It doesn't always need to be tense. Plus, if it is tense, you're not playing it properly. Why do we play a piano if it's sore? You don't want any of that. You got to be smooth like Santa. All right.